So Stephanie White was in attendance today for Unrivaled Day 2, and Lexie Hull was, I'm not going to lie, absolutely terrible. Like, the one big positive I'll always give with Lexie is that the effort is always there. Like, just like in real life, you have good, you have bad games. Like, well, not geez, like just like in real, like 5v5 basketball, you're gonna have good and bad games. It's not the end of the world that Lexie Hull had a bad game. I don't think that is in any way relevant to her as a player. You're not defined by your worst games, just like you're not defined by your best games. The effort was there. She caught a few offensive boards. I do think there was a genuine effort, and I thought she played hard. That being said, they attacked her every single possession. She got benched, and they made a massive comeback. That is that's a fact. That unfortunately is a fact that they made a massive comeback after she got subbed off. And that being said, like, it kind of showed that like it just showed that she still is like not the greatest as far as on ball defense. Like, she is a pest. She got offensive rebounds. She got her hand in a couple of lanes. Ryan Howard literally sees Lexie Hull and is like, easy money. Just like we've seen Kat Copper, any player that has that bit of speed. And what Ryan Howard did to Lexie Hull today might have violated the Geneva Convention. Like, if there is a quick guard, a lot of the time, especially in this setting, when they see Lexie Hull, they're like, we can run past her. We can run around her. We can run past her. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, there is that bit of a struggle. However, the hustle was there. The offensive rebounding was there. That is all. Like, that is basically what you have to get with Lexie Hull. Like, it is all about the effort. It's all about the hustle. And I just want to see a little bit more out of her. I want to see some development in the shot making. I get it. She can like curl into a kind of fadeaway shot, and kind of that midi, kind of where she catches it off the cut across the middle, where she kind of catches it and falls away into the midi shot. But like, just some shot creation. I think she had 4 points today, and I think they're both off offensive boards, if I'm not mistaken. One was off an offensive board, and they might have both been off an offensive board. Oh, she had 9 today. Oh, she had 3. Oh, she had 3. She did. She had an offensive rebound, a 3, and then she went to the basket and got fouled a few times. Like, I think the effort is always there when it comes to Lexie Hull, and it's always going to be there. But I just really want to see more. And at the end of the day, look, she is one of those players where I think the Fever are going to be dumb to not get rid of her. I'm just really scared when it comes to the price that the Fever and the percentage of the salary cap she's going to take up. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if she's going to take up a major part of the salary cap, like, you're looking now at a player that's going to be at best net neutral on offense, and is just a hustle player and plays with a level of hustle that nobody else plays with. I'll be completely real here. There's nobody that plays with the hustle of Lexie Hull. But it is showing today, again, it is just showing that on-ball defense isn't there. Like, that ability to be that stopper on the perimeter just isn't there. And a lot of the top guards in this league do seem to look at Lexie Hull and think, easy money. This is easy buckets. I'm going to get whatever shot I want. And that is concerning. That is concerning. Like, and I do think in Unrivaled she's going to get better. I also fully believe that the Indiana Fever need to keep Lexie Hull. But it's like, how much money do you pay for Lou Dort? Like, how do you get rid of, or do you stop your team getting a better player to keep Lou Dort? Because my biggest fear is that another team is going to offer Lexie Hull the bag. Like, that is the biggest, that is what you call it, my biggest fear. And the Fever match it. Because if the Fever end up matching a very, very overpay especially if it goes long term. Especially if a tanking team like the Sky are like, just, we need somebody to put in effort, we need a culture setter, and they bring in they offer Lexie Hull. They're like, look, we're not going to get anyone. We might be training Angel. We're tanking for 2028 for Sarah Strong. And they're like, oh shit. And we're like, oh shit, that's what they're doing? That's what they're looking at? If that ends up happening, you're sitting there and you're like, if they go and offer Lexie Hull as a culture changer, a bag, like, let's just say the salary cap is or the max contract is 1.2. And because they're probably looking to keep Ariel Atkins and they're probably going to give Sloot something, but they have like Angel, Camilla on rookie deals, HVL, Maddie Westbeld all on pre-CBA rookie deals. Like, they got 4 players on pre-CBA rookie deals. They might just say, you know what, instead of paying Michaela Onyenwere $500K or $600K, we're going to go and we're going to try offer Lexie Hull a 2-year contract at, let's just say, instead of 1.3 mil for the max, we'll give her $1 million. We'll give her $1 million for 2 years. And then that's where it becomes an awkward situation with the Indiana Fever and Lexie Hull. It's like, you can't expect Lexie Hull to turn down that crazy money. But I don't know if you can offer it. Even if you offer her that, you can't offer it for more than a year. And with the way restricted free agency is concerned, I don't think you're allowed to take less money in restricted free agency. I don't know if you're allowed. Like, you only have the right to match any contract offer. You can obviously keep them by matching an offer sheet or providing draft pick compensation. But it's one of those things where it's like, I have this really, really bad feeling that Lexie Hull is going to get offered a shitload of money. And I would never say, oh, she should turn down $1 million. Like, at the end of the day, always do what's best for you. And I just have a really weird feeling she's going to make $1 million a year somewhere in the new CBA. And we saw today again that you can't have, in my opinion, you can't have that much money tied up in Lexie Hull. If you have that much money tied up in Lexie Hull, you can't, it's really difficult to build a championship team. And that's just my concern. Again, we're just talking about hypotheticals, but we saw it again today. And it's what I've been saying the last year, where it's like, Lexie Hull is the hardest working player in the W as far as when she's on the floor. Lexie Hull is a pest on defense. She's a defensive playmaker. She gets steals. She gets the opponent's best players in foul trouble. She does so many positive things. But there is a big but here. The but is that she also isn't the greatest on-ball defender. She's a streaky shooter, and her shot creation is not coming along. Like, are we going to put that much money in a hustle player? And what is the importance of Lexie Hull's hustle more important than bringing in a stopper at the same price? That is, and I'm not saying one or the other. I'm not giving an opinion, because I think Lexie Hull is so valuable to the Fever. It's just, how much money is she going to command on the open market? Because there are flaws there. There are flaws there. When it comes to, even on the defensive end, there are flaws. So it comes down to it. Is effort worth near a max? And if she ends up being half a max, and also, is it worth, if the question is Lexie Hull or Sophie Cunningham, who is better to keep? Because they do opposite things. They're so different as players. If you can only afford one or the other, who do you keep? I would be leaning towards Sophie. I think the 3-point shooting is the differential there. I think the 3-point shooting, I think the passing, I think the ability to run as a secondary ball handler, I think the ability to run a motion offense, I think that slightly puts her ahead of Lexie, but they are not even remotely similar as players. And I think there is a world where the Fever, if Lexie's gets offered too much, they can't keep both. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That's the video. Just my opinions after what I'm seeing. I'll see you guys.